Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Devil May Cry 2013 reboot on Dante Must Die difficulty. It's the hardest difficulty you can play on this game. And this is mission 18 of 20.
Could you say that first bit again?
It's the server room. And all it is 4 fights and a puzzle at the end. But you could start doing the puzzle after this first room. And I thought the puzzle was actually a lot tougher than it was. It actually helps because this time what I did was, instead of ignoring the puzzle until the end, I started manipulating the cogs right after each fight, and it did give me a lot less frustration than before. Whereas in my other 2 campaigns before I started doing this guide, I just hit all the cogs at the end, but I really don't think it makes any difference. The reason I say that is because you're going to start moving. The symbols are on like a column, and you need to put the symbol to where the column is, and that's pretty much all you have to do. And you're gonna have times when you're not gonna be able to get one of the runes over to where you need to go, so you're gonna have to put it on a different plate and act. It's a really complicated puzzle, and I'm not gonna go into it. It's just really stupid, so I apologize for that. It's going to be in fast forward speed, so I can't even tell you how to do it anyway. But I mean, I'll speak about it over here at least when I'm moving it, and I'll show you what it is. It's hard to even tell someone how to do this puzzle. And when I was looking online, it just says use trial and error. So that's the sun room, and now we have to put this puzzle. Excuse me, put the sun on top of the column there. So we need to locate the sun on the ground, and there could be 2 runes on each one of these circles, and like you're just gonna have to move them until they're all properly aligned. If you need one of them on a different circle, you're gonna have to get it to the nearest I can't fucking describe it. I don't want to either. It's just tedium. This is not it's not a puzzle game. I'm not good at them, and I'm even poorer at trying to describe them, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so the next one's right over here, and you get damaged in these cutscenes too, which is bizarre. It's not going to be on the screen. Some of these fights are really claustrophobic. This one's not claustrophobic. It's just got these pitfall hazards here. Other than that, the 2 fights that I did, you can do these in any order. The first 2 fights that I've done, they're pretty easy. Like, this fight's not an issue. What you want to do though is restart the checkpoint each time you get here, so you'll be fully healed for the fight. The only fight that I had to restart a couple times was the butcher fight with the minions and the chainsaw enemy, and the only reason that was a hard one for me was because the camera keeps moving against my will, and I just had very poor visibility in the cave where you fight. So anyway, here I'm just stunning everybody, especially her since she's out of her shield now. So, if you struggle on Dream Runners, you don't want to use God, I'm such in a haste to conclude this guide, but I'm trying to make it quality. I'm trying to adhere to quality. Oh yeah, these guys come. I forgot about these guys. So, you might actually start the Dream Runner fight if you go over to that particular room, because these rooms are pretty specific to what enemies you fight. So I didn't have any grand design about this. I just went I don't even know which way I went. I just started going down the rooms. However, if you want to, well, you could tell which ones I went to because they're associated with the symbol. Like the first one was it the sun room or whatever it was, the sun room. So when you exit this part, you're going to have these things. Normally will try to attack you, so just be aware of that. They're probably going to come. Okay, so if you're concerned about the puzzle, though, just start doing it right away. Just, you know, like for instance, right now I got to put that switch over here. You know, I got to keep smashing it with the Eric's, put it over here, and then move over to this circle, because this circle controls which of these two it moves. So just move that one to there, and then that'll be two of them. The only challenge, though, is that at the end, when you're moving the fourth one, some of the other ones will get taken off. The lights will go off. That's because you're manipulating it too much. So you've got to go back and forth and try to see, you know, which piece you could take off without engendering the puzzle, or not engendering, endangering. What am I talking about? Engendering. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so this is a really small room to fight these guys in. But there's been one time when I was fighting the butcher, and it looked like he just fell asleep in the middle of the room, and it's happened a lot of times with these enemies. They just stop moving until, even a devil-triggered enemy, they'll just stop moving. And it's normally these big enemies. It's normally the butchers or the tyrants. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the kablooey, and I'm using the Eric's projectile attack to stun enemies and to wound them with the explosion of the Eric's. I'm also trying to bank on getting some enemies slaughtered via his attacks, the butcher that is. But I think it's because these enemies are more resilient than the normal lackeys, but still his attacks will crush everybody. And in fact, when he expires, I think I took out like a whole group of enemies with him. So it's really nice to have friendly fire in this game. Really nice and fair. So I got a Trinity Smash right there. That was fortunate. Okay, so there's the evade. 2 evades and then a double jump, and then I fire canceled in order to get over that projectile that he was sending out. So there he's comboing out, but his back is to me and I can't hit him, so that's always frustrating. So yeah, it pretty much depends on just, you know, what fight you hate the most, which fight you want to save your devil trigger up for. And when you've killed all but one of the lackeys, then you're going to have the chainsaw guy come in to the picture. But as you can see, like, this guy blew all of them up for me, except this guy. But he must have been too far away from the explosion. Anyway, I had to edit out, I think I edited out some falls over here. Yeah, what happens is those fire wheels will come over there and they'll try to hit you, but I couldn't get my shots to connect.
No.
Okay, so that was the star room. Now we're going to move the star. We just need to move it one place, and that's 3. And we're going to go into the last room. This room contains the Dream Runners here. You can actually make this sequence over here. Just fly over it. And then it's just 2 Dream Runners. You might not even want to use the Devil Trigger if you want to practice these guys. But you could contain the other one by not looking at him, and you'll, even though it's 2, it's just 1 that you have to fight if the other guy's pacified off screen doing absolutely nothing. These guys just really take a pounding before they go down. So, out of frustration right there, I switched to my Arbiter. And I had to move the camera around so that he could get back on the screen for me. And he's just doing his normal evading and parryings. Really a frustrating enemy to deal with. There's usually one of those enemies in every game. So he set my projectile back at me. I should have expected that, but I just wasn't thinking. So really strive to get that demon evade so you get the strength buff in all your attacks. And this whole time, the other guy, he's just across the chasm doing nothing. So it was nice. If I moved the camera around and signaled him, I know he would come for me. But why would I want that when I could just contain him off screen, pacify him, and then just deal with this guy here who's almost dead. Did a couple of evades. I couldn't really see him. He gets off screen a little bit over here. That might have been. Oh, that's not the other. I don't know where the Dream Runner is. There he is. Missed him. See, I have a hard time getting that Trinity smash off. But, oh, it fell off. Nice invisible railing right there. Fucking game. Anyway, so you could just use the devil trigger on this guy to finish him off, and that'll be the end of the video. There's 2 videos left. There's no reason to keep the devil trigger here. But thanks for watching. I'm just going to put the puzzle in fast forward, and I apologize for that. But there's only one more move on your part to do. So just head on back and just watch out for the fire wheel that's going to start shooting at you. Okay. So I didn't have my shotgun on right there. That's why I paid the price. But I mean, it's not a very high price to pay when you already have a checkpoint. They're just going to fill you up if you die anyway. Some more fire wheels. Bam, bam. I think if you're stopped right when they spawn, then you're like right on track to shoot them. Otherwise, your hits sometimes it just won't hit. So try that. Try to stop right when they spawn. But you shouldn't have to do that, obviously. But this isn't the other games. So you gotta, we had to sacrifice a little quality to get this game, but it's still a fine game. No issues to speak of. I mean, not that I want to get into within 10 seconds of the video remaining. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in video 19.
Okay, we're in business.